Hey there. Just wanted to take a minute and do a quick, I guess, addendum to the video I was making on recording sound bowls with the Zoom H4 Essentials handy recorder with the 32-bit float. I said in the video that I wasn't going to do much with the volume levels for adjustments. However, when I actually exported the audio out of the H4 Essentials, the waveform that it actually gave me was this. I'm going to drag it down into its own track on the timeline here in Davinci so you can kind of see what is happening. Okay, I'm going to just put it down here on this third audio track. I'll line it up with this playhead. It's not synced up to the video, but that's probably okay. I'm going to go ahead and unmute the main track off my S24 so you can give that a listen real quick. Trying to get this adjusted as best I can so you can kind of see there's the levels, everything that I'm trying to do here. Okay, so that was from my S24. If I take this playhead back to here, I'll mute this audio channel, I'll unmute this, and I will play this here. And as you can tell, the waveform is very, very tiny, right? So that's the way it came in off of the H4. I exported it, I connected it via USB-C, I copied it over into the directory for this video, and this is the level that it came out at. So I'm going to go ahead and back this up just a minute, because what I had to do was I had to try as best I could to increase the volume from the H4 to a level that matched the S24. So it's not perfect, unfortunately, and I guess I don't necessarily know all the ins and outs of Davinci yet on how to get both this audio track and this audio track to the same normalized volume level. Hit record. You see the mic light go on saying it's recording that mic. I can turn on a mixer if I want and EQ it. I haven't messed with that too much. I was just showing you in case you guys thought it was kind of neat. So I just thought I should let you guys know before you get into this video that I did actually have to do some volume adjustment with the H4 Essentials. When I was watching and listening to it on playback, after I did the volume level adjustment, it does appear that it is picking up a lot more of kind of the low end and like the sustain and the resonant hum that the S24 wasn't picking up. So that was pretty much what I just wanted to convey real quick. I appreciate all you guys watching this and subscribing to the channel and doing the likes and the commenting. So thank you again, and I will go ahead and get this posted without further ado. Enjoy the video. I hope it helps you guys out. Thanks. Hey there. How's everybody doing? Good, I hope. Just got this Zoom H4 Essentials in. Haven't really messed with it too much. I've opened it up and I put batteries in it. I turned it on, kind of made sure it all worked. That was pretty much all I've done with it. So I got some time and I figured maybe I would just get it going and do some test recording between my S24 Ultra that I'm recording currently with right now, and then with the Zoom H4 Essentials, and see what sound difference is with the singing bowls. And maybe that will help anybody else looking for something to use to record their singing bowls other than their phone, maybe an idea of what this guy will sound like. I bought this with my own money. I'm not sponsored by him in any way or anything like that. I will put up a link in the description with my Amazon associate link to this device. If you want to get it, do it through there. I'll get a small commission, but other than that, that is all there will be for, I guess, this, as far as sponsorships or commissions or however that crap works with YouTube. All right, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with this thing because there's a lot of unboxing and overviews and how-tos, and the menu and everything's pretty simple. I mean, their tagline is just hit record, and that's actually pretty accurate with this thing. So it's not too bad. It's a little bit thick. It's got a plastic base. It's probably about the same size as my S24 without a case. Well, maybe with a case. Depends on the case, I guess. You got your two mics up here. you have your screen right here. It's not a touch screen. There is navigation controls over on the right side of the device. On the left side, you will have your line in, your line out, your volume adjustment, and then I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's the little door for the micro SD card that you can put in right there. And then, of course, I guess we'll just go to the front. And then here's your screen. Here are your soft touch buttons. You have a mixer button, a stop button, a play button, pause button, the big record button, track backwards, track forwards. And then down here you will have your mic input selections. So you'll have your mic 1, which will be this input right down here. You'll have mic 2, which will be this input down here. And then you'll have this mic button here, which would actually activate these guys up here. And this is supposed to have 24-bit float, I believe. Maybe it's 32-bit float. I think it was 32-bit float, yeah. So it should be interesting. Sounds like it should pick up a lot of low ends on the bowls that maybe the phone or other mics don't quite do. Anyway, back to this. Let's go through this here. And then on this right side, what you have is you have the scroll wheel, which lets you navigate. You have the scroll wheel here, which you move to navigate through the menus on the screen. You have the enter button to make your selection. You have a USB-C for charging the battery or powering the unit, and this is also the connection to like your computer, your digital audio workstation, if you want to use this as an audio interface that way. And then this right here is your Bluetooth connection. I guess there's a separate device that you connect to this to do Bluetooth with it. And then right up here is your power button, which you hold to turn on. So I'm going to go ahead and hold it to turn it on. Slide it down. Then you'll get this little screen right here. And if you haven't already done any setup, it'll ask you like date, time, language, how you want your sounds and click-throughs to sound when you're pushing buttons and everything like that. You put in the SD card, it'll ask you to format it. And then like I'm doing the volume right now. So that's the volume for both for the speaker, that's on the underside, so you can do playback, and then for the noise for the menu menu options and things. And as you can see, it's already picking up off these two mics as that one's lit up. So it's picking up the left and right off these mics and giving signal here. I'm not recording yet on this. I was just kind of showing a little bit of a rundown on how it goes and how it works. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do it this way. First, what I will do is I'm going to actually move this. I was just having this in front of the ring light here for a little bit better view of it for the overview. But I'm actually going to take this and I have it screwed in. It has a screw port on the back by the battery pack cover here. So I just have it screwed onto a tripod. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tip it. Had some crazy weather. It's been affecting my sinuses and my voice a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip it down like that. So it's going to point down at the bowls. And my bowl setup is kind of like on this configuration here. So I'm actually going to take it around and set it this way, pointing down. And that is, I'm not sure what the height of that is. That kind of looks like but that's the lowest. That's the lowest this little tripod will go, pointing downwards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my S24 up right next to this on a different tripod. Actually, it'll be this guy right here. I'll set it up on, I'll lower it and point it down, kind of usually how I would just do the top-down recording if I'm recording playing my bowls. And then I will start with the S24 first, and I'll play the bowls a little bit, and I'll probably just do a few bowls. I'll do the around the rim thing and see how it picks up on this, and then I'll start recording on this guy, and then I'll put the phone over on the other side so you can see how this thing looks as it records in, and we'll just go from there. And then what I'll do in post is I will cook this up or take out the SD card, transfer the audio for this video from this into Davinci Resolve, and then I will also use the audio for the S24 that I'm talking in right now, I'll get it all synced up. I will not really play with any of the audio for the test, so there might be clipping and everything like that during the testing, but this is just to see what everything's going to sound like. So I think that's going to be a fair trade-off. So give me just a second. Let me get this phone hooked onto its tripod and get it facing down here, and start working on getting a couple bowls going to play, so we can see how the difference in sound is going to be between the microphone on the S24 Ultra and the Zoom H4 Essentials handy recorder. All right. Okay, I guess to get a pretty decent view in frame and all that stuff, the phone has to be raised up a little bit, but it does actually have a little bit more reach. Well, let me see. The dogs aren't going to help here. I'm going to have to take care of them. But if I put the phone as close as I can next to the H4, actually this will be okay. I'll just try to play right through in here. That's about as good as I can get it. Trying to get these arranged a little bit here so I can maybe get a good view off of the phone camera, and then a good positioning for the phone cameras, for the phone microphone. I don't really care about the Zoom right now, the H4, but I really care about the positioning of the S24 mic, which is about as good as I think I'm going to get it. Let me just take a look and see where these all line up here from this way. The only one I don't have in frame, well, I have two not in frame. I have this F bowl that's off to the side, and then I have this A bowl that's kind of on the other side of this bowl too. So I just set that one right there. You're not going to see this F bowl. I might not play it too much. Possible the ornery dogs are going to grace us with the sounds of their presence too. I don't think I'm going to yell at them to be quiet, but they got the zoomy, so I guess a little bit of apologies in advance. They're kind of turds. But anyway, let's go ahead and give this a shot. All right. So I will just go, and this is not probably in any good sounding order necessarily, really. But I will just kind of go I will start on this row and go up on this row, and I will just hit each one, I guess one time with this, one time with the mallet, and then I'll pick probably this A and maybe the B to do the around the rim thing. So let's go ahead and get this tested out. All right. Sound test 1, S24 Ultra for the mic, positioned probably 18 inches above the bowls. If I can get a way to take the picture of the way I have the phone and the H4 set up, I will do that and insert it in the video. If not, it's just kind of how I explained it in the beginning. Let's go ahead and start this test. S24 mic test. Hopefully without ornery dogs. Let's hit it. Red mallet. Okay, that was the test with the S24 mic. I'm going to reset this just a little bit and move the camera around so you can see how the H4 is going to record this and what it looks like as I do this again with the H4, and then we'll do a little bit of wrap up and we'll be done. All right. Okay, and you want to get a good idea of where the H4 is sitting. It is right there. I'm going to shift it over about, what is that, 4 inches, so it's a little more center to that bowl right there. But where I'm moving it over is where the S24 was just at when I was recording. So I got the S24 moved over. Oh man, maybe I need a throat lozenges or something. Okay, let me see if I can get this to, that's more like what I was looking to do. Okay. Oh, we're not even looking at the H4 right now. How can I get this better done? I don't really want to zoom way out. Let me... Well, heck. All right, well, I guess you're just going to have to look at it like this. I can do this better, I think. You know what? Maybe I'll just do it like that. Okay. Okay, I guess there's a little bit of a change of plans after trying to get this all looking right and everything. I just really wasn't happy with the shot with the phone facing this. So I guess I'll try to do this weird top-down inception thing. So I'll get this on. I'll get this recording. So at least you kind of see what the screen's going to look like. I'm not going to be able to actually take a look and see what's happening on the recording once I move over to play the bowls. So I'm trying to get this adjusted as best I can so you can kind of see everything that I'm trying to do here. It's just a little hard once this phone starts to get high. I'm not going to be able to really see the screen. So I'm just going to go with this, I think. I'm going to hit the record button. I'm going to go over there. I'll do the same thing I did with the S24. The blue striker on them all. Then the red felt striker. And then I'll do the around the rim thing with the inviter. And we'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be a long video. But just, it's not even that scientific. It's just for fun. I'm kind of bored. But it might help somebody out. So I say let's go for it. Okay, let's get this going. And you probably actually can't see that screen, I doubt. So I'm going to lift this up and maybe see if you can see the screen. So that's what it's... just twisted on me. So that's what it's doing. It's just reading the waveform. And so when I hit record, it's just going to like show like the record, kind of just like a normal like, you know, phone record or whatever. But the waveform will play across from both the left and the right mic, so I can monitor it, I guess, in real time. Probably not going to see that as I tip it down. I guess I can maybe just do it this way instead of having it pointed down. I don't know. I don't know who all cares to see the screen or not. There. Maybe let's do it like that. And then not quite pointed down like I had originally thought, but at least this way you guys will be able to see the screen and kind of get an idea what it's doing. And I don't know if that difference of articulation is really going to make that big of a difference in the long run. Love how these things don't like screw on exactly like zero perfect. Okay. That is probably about as good as it's going to get. So I don't know if that's really going to skew the results. Probably not, because actually the S24 was a little bit higher than this when I was recording the S24. So maybe this will actually work out better than I thought. All right, let's go ahead and do this with the H4 Essentials. I hit the record. You see the mic light go on saying it's recording that mic. I can turn on a mixer if I want and EQ it. I haven't messed with that too much. I was just showing you in case you guys thought it was kind of neat. But back to this. You got the time, how many hours I think you have left, and then this is the waveform recording. It's red now. And then just so you can check it out if you want, if I scroll this wheel, it'll shift this bar around on the bottom, and then if I hit enter, it'll make the selection for what I select. Okay, it's recording. I'll go over there and we'll do this. Okay, Zoom H4 Essentials Singing Bowl sound recording test. Doing it through the H4 Essentials over the Singing Bowls as best I can. Recording with the S24 for video only. Let's hit it. Red felt mallet. All right. Well, that was a pretty non-scientific, I guess, sound test with the Zoom H4 Essentials handy recorder. So far, I think it's a pretty good device. I think that it can have a lot of versatility and a lot of use. I like the fact that you can actually plug in different kinds of microphones. So you can plug in, non-phantom power, like, what are those, XLRs, right? You can run these, you can run a line into a mixer and then use this as a mic as well. You can actually do like lavalier mics over here, and you can monitor right off this guy too. And I'm wondering what the Bluetooth connections would let you do. I do believe I saw a little video snippet of somebody who actually had a wireless like Rode lavalier receiver hooked into one of these sides, and I guess was recording wirelessly into this through that. I didn't actually watch that whole video, but that looked like it could be promising. There could definitely be some hidden things that I'll just have to explore and find out, but that's it. That's the way this is going to work. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. I'll get this all loaded into, I guess, Davinci and do post editing a little bit. I'm not going to mess with the sound. I got to do some cuts on the video and whatnot, just so it's a little shorter and you don't see me fumbling around with getting everything set up. Other than that, I hope you found this video informative. I had a fun time making it. I know it really wasn't super scientific, but whatever. It was fun to do. And hopefully, like I said, it'll help somebody out who's looking to get some type of device that they can use to record their singing bowls or glass harps or crystal bowls or whatever it is they got that they want to get decent recordings with. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. Again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate the views. I really appreciate the likes on the 20-minute Soundbowl video I did. So thank you all. Keep it coming. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll put the links to all the I'll put the links to all the things that I was using in the making of this video in the description below. Until next time, peace. Namaste.